Hello, my dear artists from all around the globe. This is the part 2 tutorial of how to draw step-by-step Vegito. In this part, we are going to focus on the hair. So let's get started. We are going to be drawing right now the left eyebrow with the lightest shade of blue that we have. Still press very lightly. Do not press way too much on the paper. Do not get very shiny reflected area, so you can do nothing more with that. You need to press very lightly. Yes, just like this. On the second eyebrow. And we finish that, clear the excess pigment. Now we are going to focus on the hair with the same color pencil, with the same shade. We're going to start in one direction and then blend and focus on other parts of the hair. You're still pressing it very lightly. You don't need to press way too much on the paper. Just feel it under your fingers, how much you pressed on the... You need to pick up the tooth of the paper, but not get a very shiny reflected area. That is very, very, very important to leave, and also leave the whites of the paper later for the highlights. We are going to blend that with the white color pencil later. Yeah, just keep up the great work. Be relaxed, be calm, just draw on the areas that I am drawing and you will be just fine. Yes, just like that. Now we are going to the left side of the hair. We are going on the areas that are not the highlights, but the lightest blue tone that one of the lightest of the blue tones that we are going to get. And we are going one by one, coloring everything. Of course, I said way too much, but still always leave the white of the paper for later when you need to go back to that place and to bring out the highlight. Still not pressing it. You never press it way too much when you blend it, to not to get the shiny area. Yes, we're going one hair at a time, one by one, with the same color shade that we are started the tutorial. It is a slow process, but end result will be amazing. You see, we do it on the left side, on the right side, and we leave a little bit places for the highlights. And it's already starting to look, this part is going to be a highlight, this is a mid-tone, this is a dark tone, and with all the parts together we are going to get a 3D look for the hair. Yes, amazing. Just keep up with everything. You're all doing amazing job. Just be calm, relaxed, enjoy it, and don't rush it. You don't need to, I'll do it like this, like this, like this. No, just calm yourself, do it step by step, and you will be fine, and your end result will be brilliant. We're going to the right side of the hair, doing one by one, and now it's starting to look more like Vegito Blue. Yes. Blend it a little bit, just a little bit on this place, a little bit on that place, still leaving the whites of the paper, so you can go in later with the darker shade or the lighter shade and have an amazing look. And now what are we doing? We are going with the second shade of the blue that we have, but pressing it just a little bit, as light as you can, to get a little bit of the color on the highlighted area. Just a little bit of the color. It is a, I can say maybe a 10% of the color you're getting on the paper. 10% of the full color if you would apply it. We are getting a little bit of white, that we a little bit of not to be white, I apologize, not a bit 100% white, but we are going a blue shade, the lightest shade for the highlight, that we are going to go later with a white color pencil and get a better blending, but still to get that authentic look. Not to leave it to be completely white, but to have a highlighted area. And we are going for all the, from left side of the hair, where is the highest highlight, we're going, you need to press lightly, as lightly as possible, just to get a little bit of the color there. You see? Now it's not a 100% white paper, it is a little bit of color, but it is still lighter than the previous shade that we applied. And now we're going with the darker shade, the darkest blue shade that we have, to get a nice contrast. This is the third shade that we are going to use for the hair drawing. And now you can see all it's starting to get a little bit more like 3D. Now draw it under the hair, between the, yes, between the two strands of hair. Yes, just like that. Amazing. Just keep doing it. On the right side, where all the darks are going to be, the darkest darks. And we are later going to go with the black pencil to get also a little bit more darker areas. Just like that. Apply it on the right hair side, where all the darker parts are. And now it's starting to look like more 3D. And you are going with the same process, hair strand by hair strand, applying the third shade for the color that is a little bit darker than the previous one. Still pressing it to the paper, not way too much, just a gentle touch. a little bit more, of course, than the lightest shade, but not way too much to press it on the paper, but still to get that darker shade than the mid-tone. You see, now are we filling all the areas that are we left white. And why did we left it white? It is very important. If you apply the mid-tone there, you will be having a extremely hard time to have a 100% pure color that we are getting now. You will get a mix of that, plus it will be harder to blend it. Yes. So we are leaving the white of the paper, applying it on the white paper, and we are getting an amazing result. And when we blend it all together later, it is going to look brilliant. You see, already now, without the darkest dark that we have for the hair, it's starting to look more 3D, more looking like, yes, this is a Vegito. Yes, just like that. Going hair strand by hair strand. Applying it on all the parts that are darker than the, yes, all the parts that are kept in the shade when considering where the light source is coming from the left side. And now we have left on the in the middle. Yes, we are going to do the same thing here. Apply this mid-tone, and right now it's starting to look brilliant. Still not finished. We still have a time to do this, and a little bit of the finishing touches, but this is starting to look really good now. You see? And now we're going again with the same shade. Now press it a little bit stronger, just a little bit stronger, to get straight lines where the darkest dark is. Still it is mid-tone, but with this are getting a little bit darker in some areas. Not to get a unified, but just a little bit darker. Yeah, see, we're getting a little strands of there. Now what are we going to do? We are going to take the black color, and we are going to apply it on the places when we need to get the darkest dark possible. You see? And now we are blending it with the previous color, the mid-tone, to get the darkest possible dark that we can get, but still blend it. See? And now we are getting the almost finished result. Yes, we are doing it on the right side. Just follow where I draw the darkest dark, and you will be just fine. You see, now we're applying it on the hair strands, and now it's starting to look extremely good. Way, 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 way better when we just had the mid-tone there in the lightest shade, because now we're getting a more 3D look. Now where the darkest strands are, we know, and it looks amazing. Yes, now blend it, apply a little bit more pressure than the previous ones to blend it good. Apply it on all the areas, and we are going to get the final result for the hair. We have just one more thing to do after this, and that is to go over the white areas. I mean, it's not 100% white, but is a little bit of blue color, and go with the white color pencil to get the highlights here. Highlights for the hair. I apologize. Yes, now blend it, and you see, it looks brilliant. You are now blending a little bit of the blue pigment with the white, and you are getting an amazing result. Now when you blend it, you get a unified look, and it looks brilliant. You see, we're going all strands of hair one by one. Just keep on blending. Yes, that is amazing. You see, now we're getting a final 3D look that we are looking for. And now for the finish, we're going to this middle section. Just blend it all out. Yes, amazing. Starting to look really cool. And now for the eyes, take that middle tone and draw in the eyes.